In this video, I will show you how to install Ubuntu on a physical machine, then join it to a Windows domain in as few steps as possible. If you need more information on any step, check out part 2 where I go over everything in more detail. Starting at this screen, selecting your default settings. Preferably you are connected to Ethernet for this. If you're connected to Wi-Fi here, it may hang for a moment. Once you're able, update the installer. Then close it and relaunch it. And click Next, 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 Next. Here we're choosing Extended and select at least additional drivers. Choose to dual boot or do a clean install. On the account page, choose a super username and password. The important part here is enter your new computer name with its FQDN. And that the username isn't capitalized. Select your time zone, then install, then restart. Let it do its thing, and after a while you'll be at the user login screen. As long as you remember the password you set earlier, log in. Keep clicking next through the welcome screen. Go ahead, open terminal and set persistent root here. I'm going to do a quick query for updates. This should launch the UI installer. Next, we're going to install the packages needed to join the domain. Now we can join the domain with the realm command. No errors means no issues. Let's do some needed and some optional config changes now. In your SSSD config, add this line. Optionally, set your FQDN requirement to false here. Save it, then close, then restart the SSSD service. As expected, we don't get a permission denied error here. Next, we want to enable domain users to have home directories. You enable that with the pam auth command. Let's do a quick test if we can query a domain user. Wow, there's that pop-up finally. I'm going to click yes and install any needed system updates. I'm going to test that query first with a full name. Good result. And if you set FQDN as false earlier, you don't need it. I'll let these updates finish, then we'll give it a reboot. Once we are back at the login screen, you will need to click Not Listed. Type in the domain user with or without FQDN based on your settings earlier. You should see Creating Directory with your domain. As long as everything went right, you should be domain authenticated and able to reach external sites. I hope you found this video useful. If you need this user to be a privileged user, see the last 5 minutes of that in-depth video.